America's two mammoth entitlement programs, Social Security and Medicare, are going bust.
10 years. That's how long before Social Security goes broke, according to the Congressional Budget Office. Millions of Americans are facing the prospect of losing their monthly checks, and the government isn't doing anything about it.
Both of these sacred promises, which beneficiaries have already paid for, will need trillions in ongoing bailouts, tens of trillions in all. This is a problem considering we are already running a $2 trillion annual deficit, largely squandered on useless crap. And even that $2 trillion going by history will soar when the recession hits full force. Typically in a recession, social spending jumps, tax revenue plunges, so the deficit explodes. So welcome to the late empire loot the treasury level of fiscal discipline. First, the details. Social Security was founded in the 30s as a universal retirement program, Medicare in the 60s as a universal health insurance program for seniors. Both are funded by payroll taxes totaling 15.3% of your income, all paid by you, but half hidden by making the company deduct it first. Together with Medicaid, which extends health insurance to the poor, they consume half of what the federal government spends, about $2.7 trillion in fiscal 2023. And both, as you'd expect, have enormous waste. The GAO estimates $60 billion in fraudulent Medicare payments per year, since government bureaucrats really don't care. Moreover, both were intentionally set up as Ponzi schemes. They take in money, they pretend it's in some sort of account, a lockbox, but actually Congress pissed it all away. Even using the pretend reserves, Medicare is projected to run out of reserves in 2031, so that's 8 years, at which point it will hit an $80 billion annual deficit that's set to soar. Meanwhile, Social Security is projected to run out in 2033, so 10 years, at which point it will need to cut benefits by 23% unless it gets bailout or massive tax hike. Note, many retirees rely on Social Security alone, and roughly 70 million Americans rely on Medicare. The silver lining here is that Social Security and Medicare are among the most popular government programs in existence. There is no other federal spending that comes close. Not wars, not billions for cronies, not even woke universities. Meaning that in the coming great gladiator battle, it will be Social Security and Medicare against everything else. The programs will not go bust. No politician would even joke about that, well, unless they have dementia, but most don't. Meaning that when D-Day comes, we will commence an epic battle, with one side using insolvency as an excuse to massively hike taxes or print more money, and the good guys, I hope, using insolvency as a teachable moment why we should drain everything else that the feds waste money on and put it on Social Security and Medicare. Drain every penny for the wars, the cronies, even the woke universities. As much as I look forward to that day, going by history, they will do all the wrong things first. They will put it off as long as possible, and then they'll print, so they'll drive deficits to 3, 4, 5 trillion, paired with tax hikes, using the rich as the piñata to raid the middle class, only as a last resort, only if they face electoral catastrophe from voters will Congress actually do the right thing, the gladiator battle. Give up their beloved wars, their vote-buying slush funds, their crony army to shore up the programs the American people have paid for in good faith while Washington siphoned it off in the dark. Okay, we'll be watching. See you next time.